What support should you have got as an independent community project that you feel was always difficult to get, like being heard by the right institutions or being placed in the right sort of areas and the networks to get support and development?
Well, it's very difficult because we, like I said, yeah, we didn't realise that the project was going to become as big as what it did. We didn't realise that the rapid response of Tower Hamlets Council was going to come and get right involved with us. We didn't realise that there was going to be other organisations coming to us and wanting to work with us, because we just thought we was just a little organisation, but it was big. And then what happened was, to be quite honest with you, we put them to shame. We put those in charge and those in power to shame. They couldn't compete with us in the sense that we wasn't in competition with anyone. It wasn't about that, but they just couldn't compete with the hold that we had over the community. Not a hold as in you've got to be with us, but just the offering of help to the community from people who's never done a degree in social care or working with kids or anything like that, but just people who have grew up in coming from difficult backgrounds themselves, and then offering positively back. And I just feel that, because of the dialogue and, the social differences of us, coming from criminal backgrounds and wanting to change, and, people in power in the right place. Oh, well, they used to be involved in this, they used to be doing this and doing that, and sort of like building barriers for you. And it was a lot of the barriers that got in the way of the project. It was me who, I was the one helping, but it was me that was in the way of getting the help for the project because of my past. Because, they didn't want to support me from the council or the police because of my past, you know what I mean? And like I wasn't rehabilitated in prison to change my life. Circumstances in the community changed my life, months before the factory opened. It was an incident in the community that changed my life when a grandmother got murdered by two 17-year-olds. That's what changed my life. That was something punched me in the face that day and said, listen, you need to do something. You're in a power to do something here. So use that power, open up the place and help some of these kids so they don't go around murdering innocent people. And that's what you're going to do. And that's what changed my life to this day. But if I would have been changed in an institution where I become a positive role model in prison, for example, in one of my sentences, and they could have said, well, we work with Jack and we see he go through his transformation. No one see my transformation, only me. So when I opened that place, straight away the police thought, hold up, what's going on here? He's got every gang from all over London coming up his gaff. What's going on here? And they was literally pulling the kids outside the factory and asking them, what's he giving you up there? Is there guns up there? Is there drugs up there? And the kids said, what are you talking about? Guns and drugs? He's giving us microphones and boxing gloves and telling us to stay out of trouble. But yous are judging him, thinking that... So that's when I should have realised I'm never going to get any help. And I should have threw the towel in the early days. But because of the circumstances, what put me in that place to open that facility, I stuck by it, and that's why I stood by it for 12 years. And as well as it changed other people's lives, it changed my lives. It made me care about humanity. It made me care about the world. It made me care about helping vulnerable people. It made me care about helping everyone. And, it brought me closer to God. It done so much for me as a person. And what it done for me as a person, it done for thousands of young people. And, if that's what I got out of it, is my reward is, as I just said to you, kids that we'd worked with 12 years ago. If we didn't step in them 12 years ago, guaranteed these kids would have been statistically on the criminals, or they would have been doing life sentences. But because of my intervention and dead. And because of my intervention and your intervention and willing to work with good causes, which you see it was a good cause, there wasn't no bias from you, because you see it for what it was. There weren't no one who could have come to you a week later and said, well, he's no good, Jack, because you would have said, hold up here a minute, what do you mean he's... Yeah.